Well, happening today, hundreds of New Yorkers were joined by mourners from across the nation walking across the Brooklyn Bridge for the annual COVID March to Remember. News Cadet was there and brings us the story.
Yellow shirts and yellow hearts made it over the bridge today.
So I'm here today in remembrance of my grandfather.
Walking today in memory of my longtime significant other, Benjamin Schaefer.
Some wore shirts with their loved ones' faces, some held pictures, and many shirts said who they were walking for.
So it's so important to remember those that we've lost to COVID. Their life meant something. We're also here to support survivors and those that suffer from long COVID. And we're also here to ensure that New York has a permanent memorial.
In the early stages of the pandemic, when the world shut down, as we know, families were torn apart with no choice, and many not getting the chance to say goodbye, having no other choice than to mourn alone. Some saying when they lost their loved one, they saw one more number added to the COVID death count, but never their name.
My grandfather is not a number. Anybody who's died of COVID is deserving of remembrance.
Today, mourners and survivors did not only march in remembrance of their loved ones, but New Yorkers are calling for a permanent memorial in honor of the lives lost. The Yellow Heart Memorial organization was in attendance today, and they tell us about the initiative behind these memorials.
We're actually working with cities all over the nation as well to erect permanent memorials, which we've already had 6 of them approved. And a couple of them are already up in different cities. So that's another mission that we have, is to make sure that there's a permanent place for families to go and reflect about, their loss, and just know that moving forward, their loved ones are not going to be forgotten.
New Yorkers who walked across the bridge today say they will continue to call for a memorial in honor of the ones who lost their lives to this deadly virus. In downtown Brooklyn, Brittany Cadet, News 12.